Auzubillah minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Welcome again, my group of students. All of you are, I think, wonderful to see you all participate, talk. I would love for you to open up a video, speak to the trainers, and learn as much as you can in the next one session that we've got. Today's guest with us is someone I also met briefly, but I'm absolutely amazed by the plethora of talent he brings in. A public speaker, a motivational coach, someone who worked with Carnegie. So Carnegie, is that right? Uh, and not very far from where I live.
Yes, Dale
Strange.
Carnegie.
Dale Carnegie. Okay, so this is, if you all know Dale Carnegie, one of the most wonderful author book that he's written, how to meet people, it is the idea that he's going to share with you. I think you can ask questions, you can use your chat, you can talk to him, and inshallah, you can also invite him to Kuwait. I think Zia said you like invitations. Dawat achhi lagti hai.
Absolutely.
So there you are.
I,
So
I,
I
I do read a lot. I do watch a lot of videos, so I'm pretty much inclined towards that.
Wonderful. I think, sir, one of my best hospitality trips have been to Kuwait. There's some wonderful restaurants. The mandi is amazing. The ICK Masjid e Uthman is a beautiful masjid with lovely, carpets and Bose speakers. So I think very soon you will soon be invited by one of these. Aisha will invite, sir. What do you think, Aisha? Aisha Niaz?
Inshallah.
Yes.
Yeah. So only if you like, if you give me a thumbs up for the program,
Wonderful.
we'll invite Zia sir to Kuwait. Sir, the floor is yours. Please
Inshallah.
take over. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity. And good afternoon, everyone who's here on this webinar. Assalamu alaikum. And I am so happy to see everybody on time. MashaAllah, that is a great sign that you all people who are on this particular webinar are going to be massively successful in your life because you all are on time. And you know what? Those people who respect time, the world respects them. So you are at your early age right now, and if you are following time and you are pretty punctual about it, believe me, mark my words, inshallah, 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line, you will be massively successful. So I thank you, Dawood sir, for this wonderful opportunity here, giving me an opportunity to speak to the young stars. And let me just quickly run through the agenda so everybody knows what are we going to learn in the next 30 minutes or 45 minutes. Okay. Before I tell you the agenda, let me let me create a mindset. Okay. We all are pretty new to our life. We all are learning, right? And learning is a continuous process. Let's understand that. Let us all put that in our mind, in our brain, that learning never stops. No matter how old you are. Today you are 8 years old, some are 10, some are 12. I am 38. Sir is pretty much the same of my age, if I'm not mistaken. And learning doesn't stop. Even when I will be 60 years old, inshallah, or maybe 70 years old, I will keep learning a lot. So that's life. That's life. I mean, a lot of people they feel that, when I'm in school, I have to learn. When I go to college, I have to learn. When I'm done with my college, kalas, I'm done. That's what people think. But and then they look out for job, and they stop learning. And believe me, the day you stop learning anything that is new, you're as good as a dead person. Believe me, because that's the importance of learning. So in the next 30 minutes, we're going to learn something new. We're going to look into a lot of examples. We're going to look into a lot of skills which will make us really, really successful in our life. So today's topic is getting ourselves prepared for anything and everything that comes across our life, right? We all know that life is not, bed of roses, right? Some days are really nice. You're extremely happy. And some days your mother or father scolds you, so you're a little upset, little disappointed with things, and things don't go your way. So you say, what? This day isn't good. So what are we going to do today is that we're going to learn something new, which will make our life really nice, easy, and successful. So we have around a good amount of people here, and I am sure that everybody who is present on this particular webinar has some desires, right? Has some ambitions. Everybody wants to be, someone in their life. Somebody wants to be an engineer, somebody wants to practice medicine and become a doctor, somebody wants to become a teacher like me, somebody wants to become, a businessman or an entrepreneur. And everybody has ambition. So if your mother asks you, like, what do you want to become in your life, you do tell your parents that this is what I really want to become. And you know what, that is a desire, that is the ambition. And if you only have desire, and if you are not doing anything, that means if you're not putting in efforts to become what you want to become in your life, that means you're heading for a failure. As simple as that. For example, let's take a very simple example. Let's say I have English exams tomorrow morning. Okay, and the English exam is all about grammar, tenses and passages and stories and good new lessons, etc., etc. So if I just keep thinking that if I have my exams English tomorrow and I do nothing about it, let's say I do nothing about it, I'm super confident that I know everything. I do not need any preparations. And what do? I appear into the exams, and all of a sudden, these are massive, difficult questions that are thrown at me. What do? I get nervous, right? I mean, I feel
Make it
really
Cherry.
scared. Why? Why do I get scared?
Can you just mute
I
yourself?
was,
Just a minute, sir. I will.
okay, I think somebody, yes,
Done, done.
we
Please
are
go ahead, sir.
hoping to, yes.
I'll take
Are
care.
we good?
Yeah, yeah, I'll be good, sir.
Okay, okay, somebody's saying my mic is low. Am I audible now? Can you please confirm? Am I loud and
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I was talking about the English exams, and all of a sudden the teacher has thrown difficult questions at me. So I'm a little scared. I get nervous. I start sweating. My palms, right? My palms, they get a little, sweaty all of a sudden. Why did this happen? This happened. There's a simple reason behind that, because I was overconfident about my preparations and I did not prepare at all. At the same time, there was another guy who was really, really happy to see the question paper. Why? Because he was prepared. Okay. He spent good enough time preparing for the exams, and all of a sudden, he was really happy, and eventually, he scored really good marks into the exams. So, what are we going to learn today is that how do we get prepared? And this is not only for exams. If you really want to be successful in your life, you really need to be prepared for anything and everything. So whenever I train people, whenever I talk to a lot of people, I tell them one simple thing. So if you are not prepared to win, okay, listen to this carefully. If you are not prepared to win, you are surely prepared to fail. Now, there are two things, right, in life. Either you are successful or you're a failure. And I'm sure nobody on this webinar wants to be a failure in his or her life. Everybody wants to be successful. So, what do? We get ourselves prepared. So, the first thing is that when we have desire, we need to put in a lot of efforts every single day. We need to prepare ourselves for anything and everything. Believe me, and Tamanna rightly said, practice makes man perfect. Absolutely, you are spot on, 100% true. If you keep practicing every single day, you will be successful and you will master. So preparation is extremely, extremely, extremely important. I'm going to give you a simple example today. Okay, it's an example of an animal. Everybody knows giraffe, the tallest animal in the forest.
Yes.
Everybody knows giraffe?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Do
Yes,
you?
sir. Yes.
Absolutely. MashaAllah. Very nice. So, you know how giraffe mother gives birth to a baby giraffe? You'll be surprised to know. I'm going to tell you an example. It's a nice story. So this baby giraffe, when she is about to give birth to this baby, so she stands. Okay, she doesn't sit. She stands. She stands erect, and she gives birth to the baby giraffe. Now, what happens? We all know giraffe is the tallest animal. So when the baby of the giraffe comes into this world, it suffers a 2 meter fall. It falls onto the ground 2 meters from the mother's womb. So what is the first thing that the baby is welcome? It is welcome with a bang, right? Bang onto the earth. So what happens here is that, now listen to this. It's interesting. Then the baby giraffe tries to stand and tries to walk. Now, what does the mother do? Mother giraffe, what she does is she kicks the baby. Now, you'll be surprised to know how mean, yeah, you'll be thinking how mean that mother is because she's kicking her own baby. She's actually not mean, and no mother is mean. Okay, let me tell you that. Your mother loves you a lot. In, in fact, your mother's love you cannot compare with anyone, anyone on this earth. Your mother loves you unconditionally. So what this giraffe's mother, what she does, she kicks the baby so that he will make efforts to stand again and walk. Okay.
Asia,
Now
come on.
imagine when we were born and we were welcomed onto this world, right? So everybody everybody's so happy, right? I mean, obviously even this mother giraffe is very happy, but she wants to teach a lesson to her kid, that it's not that the mother giraffe does not love her kid. It's that the mother giraffe wants her kid to stand on her own feet. Now this is important. We all are 10 years old, 11 years, 12 years old, right? Few years down the line, we all will go to college. After that, we'll start working somewhere. You'll go to office, or you'll be an entrepreneur. You will have your own office. At that time, you would understand the significance of somebody who is not dependent on others, somebody who is, strong enough, independent, somebody who's standing on their own feet. Now, this is an example. If we can learn so much from giraffe, we all are human beings, right? We are, ashraful makhlukat, right? I mean, God has made us the best species around the world. It has given us brains, right? So if God has made us so great, let's use our brain. Let's use our brain to prepare ourselves. How do I do that? How do I do that? The first thing what we need to do is that we need to change our mindset. If I am thinking, or if I ever think that I know everything, mashallah, I know everything, that means I'm super confident. You need to remove this from your brain. You need to remove this from your heart. What you need to do is that you need to, everything, every day when you get up early in the morning, tell yourself that, I'm going to learn something new today, and I'm going to strictly
Sorry, your voice is
stick to
breaking. Sorry, your
Okay.
voice is
Am I okay? Am I audible now? I think there's some internet connectivity issues. Am I audible to you? Loud and
Yes,
clear?
sir, you're audible to us.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. So, what we need to do is that the first thing I want you to do, the first step, you need to set goals. You know what is setting a goal? Setting a goal is telling yourself that you want to achieve something today. You want to achieve something new today. What is that? That is a mindset. Goal is a mindset. So before going to sleep every single day, set a goal that tomorrow is Tuesday. What am I going to do the entire day? What am I going to do? I'm going to get up early for Fajr, inshallah. I'm going to perform namaz or whatever, prayers that we have. And then I'm going to time box. This is called as time boxing. This is something as writing it down, writing it down from 5:30 in the morning until 6:30 in the morning. I must be, I must get ready with, my bathing, my cleaning, etc., etc. And then 5:30 to 6:30, 6:30 to 7:30, I must start reading something. Okay, believe me, believe me. If you keep reading books, you are successful already. Now you'll be surprised to know that why am I telling you that you're successful? Because those people who keep reading books very regularly, they have a massive knowledge with them. That's how you acquire knowledge. Read, read about anything that you like. Somebody likes, good thing about Iron Man. Let's say somebody's a fan of Iron Man. Read about Iron Man. There's so much thing
What
available on
about
the
comics?
comics.
Yeah.
Is that the question? Yes. Why not? If reading a comics makes you happy, why not read anything and everything that makes you happy? But you shouldn't be completely submerged into the ideas of comics. Let's understand that comics are mythical. Mythical means which is not true. Or for example, Iron Man. Okay, we all love that character. We love Thor. We love Black Widow. We love so many characters, but that does not mean that I should blindly follow them because it's mythical. Mythical means which is not true. What we need to do is that we need to learn good out of everything. Let's say, what is a good aspect about Iron Man? He's helpful. He's extremely helpful. He is the one who runs and
And he is good in
fights.
technology.
He's good in technology. Absolutely. I mean, you look at Iron Man. You look at the movies. You look at the technologies. He doesn't even use a device. It's all in the air, right? So get fascinated with the technology because technology is something which is never going to die in the next 200 years. Believe me, it is not going to die 200 years. So if you are fascinated towards softwares and application, spend some time reading about it. Now what you're doing here is that you're reading for fun, you're reading for passion, you're reading because you admire something, but at the same time you're preparing yourself, right? At the same time, you're increasing your knowledge. And believe me, if you have knowledge, you will be successful. Close your eyes and tell yourself, if I have knowledge, I'm going to be successful in my life. So, the first thing is that set a goal. Read at least one page every single day. Make sure I read Famous 5 and Secret 7. That's wonderful. So, read anything and everything
Sir,
that makes you happy. Yes? Somebody
I
speaking.
read every single time I get free time.
MashaAllah, that's a great habit. Who's that?
Aisha.
Aisha. MashaAllah, that's a great habit, Aisha. And whenever you get some time, whenever you get free time, Alex Rider and James Bond, Samir is saying, wonderful. So whenever you get free time and you're reading something, that means you are doing a great job. Believe me. 15 years down the line, you will perhaps remember me saying that. Yeah, somebody's there. Okay, let me go
Right,
ahead.
keep yourself muted. And sir, on this note, I think since you mentioned all about books, something very close to my heart as well. Why don't we do a little book
Mhm.
quiz with them, if you allow me?
Yes, you could do
So
that actually.
I promised them that I'll do a quiz. Maybe you can just inform them a
Okay.
little more, and then maybe I can do a little fun quiz. Not necessarily very serious quiz with them, but something funny on the book part.
Yeah, so you can certainly do that. In fact, we can do a session maybe later on, specifically dedicated to reading habits and a quiz that would really help them. So okay, let tell me one thing. How many of you know about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam?
So I know I have a book on him also.
Wow,
Sir, he
wonderful,
was a
wonderful.
president of India.
Yes, he was the president of India, correct? And what else, Dania?
Yes, sir. He was a president of
He
India. He
was
was a Muslim man.
He was a very nice
Sir,
person.
I
He's
have
written
He
some
was a
books, Wings of
scientist.
Fire.
Yes, he was a rocket
Sir, I have a
scientist,
book.
and yeah. Do you know a fact? Do you know he was the most humble person on this earth? And do you know what was his possession? What his possession means? What all things did he have? He had three
Yeah.
shirts. He was the first citizen of the country once upon a time. When anybody's the president of the country, that person is considered to be the first citizen. So that's honor, right? That is something really, really honorable, respectful. And he was so knowledgeable. He was so knowledgeable that people not only in India, people everywhere around the world loved him unconditionally. I mean, there was no reason people hated him. So he was a president. He was massively okay. Allow me 10 minutes to have fun book quiz now. Okay, sure. Yes,
Sir,
guys.
you're saying that
So go ahead. You want to finish
that
about Dr. Kalam, and then we
the
can take it
quiz,
forward.
Yes, quickly.
Sir,
I'll finish it very quickly. Yes,
sir, you're saying,
when
saying
he
that
was 6 years old, his
the
father
first
embarked.
president.
yes.
Sir, when he was
No, he
6
wasn't
years
the
old,
first president.
his father embarked on the project of building a wooden sailboat to take pilgrims to Rameswaram and Dhanushkodi.
Wow.
Mashallah, mashallah. That's a great thing. So how was it?
Go ahead, explain what sir
Anybody?
is asking then. He went to Rameshwaram, which is nice. Have you been to Rameshwaram?
I haven't been yet. I would love to, if I get an opportunity in the near future.
Lovely, lovely, sir.
I was saying about
I don't know what is that.
APJ Abdul Kalam.
What are that
Mhm.
area she took?
I was saying about him.
Okay.
I was saying about him,
Yes, I think Dania.
not me.
Okay, okay, all right. I think there is some connectivity issues, so I'm not able to get in everything that we were talking about right now. So let me just quickly complete what I was talking about, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So he was so simple, so humble,
I'm
so
here.
down to
Sorry.
earth person. Yes, somebody.
So you continue. I think there is a disruption.
Okay,
So what I
yeah.
wanted to do
All right,
was actually do a quiz now, and then you
Ah,
continue and
do I
conclude. So
do?
we've got some time. I'm so sorry.
yes.
My
Yes,
kids, can you all unmute, please? Okay, Aisha. All right. So what I'll do is, because sir is speaking about something very interesting, I thought I'll just bring you to a little, it's always nice to have a little fun in between, and that's what we do in our classes also. So since just mentioned about books and what I love to do is do a lot of quizzing around. So I'm going to ask you some 5, 6 questions, and we'll go back to Zia, sir. Is it okay, sir? So can we do that? And let's see if they can answer. You can use the
absolutely,
chat.
absolutely.
All of you can use your chat. You can,
Yeah,
just talk about anything you wish to. All right. So let me start with the first question on what we just spoke, right? Very, very famous autobiography of the hero that we're speaking about, Dr. Kalam. And we had an entire quiz only on Dr. Kalam a couple of years back at the Tata Institute. And, we have planned to do something on 15. Tell me the name of his autobiography very quickly. Very, very famous one. He's
Wings
written
of
many
Fire.
books.
APJ Abdul
Oh,
Kalam.
we know. All right. Wings of
Wings
Fire.
of fire.
Absolutely wonderful.
Wings of
Okay.
fire. Wings of
Okay.
fire. Wings of
That's
fire.
good. That's good. Tell me on a side note, there is a quiz question actually I'm leaving. There is a story of a boy called Chotu who dreams to meet or become Dr. Kalam. I want to know the name of the movie very quickly. Come on. Anybody?
I Am Kalam.
Oh, there you
Kalam.
are. I've got young Kalam, Zia, sir. Wonderful. Brilliant. I am Kalam. Okay. All right. A quick round of now questions, which you can't Google and answer it, but hopefully you'll add up. I'm going to show you a lot of pictures. Okay, this is a world from a fictional world, and you'll tell me one word that connects these things. It could be books, stories, anything that you have read. Fair enough? Okay. Many pictures, one word. The first one on your screen is this. Tell me what book or what series am I referring to? There's a lion, there's a witch, and there is, if I tell you the answer, you Wizard of Oz,
Chronicles
but
of
there's no
Narnia.
Tin Man. Chronicles of Narnia. Okay, all right. I heard.
Chronicles of Narnia.
There is
Chronicles
a
of Narnia.
wardrobe. The wardrobe, the witch, and the lion is Chronicles of Narnia. Brilliant. There you are, C.S. Lewis. Okay. All right. How many of you have seen the movie or read the book? It's a beautiful book, isn't it? Chronicles of Narnia. Let me ask you something very nice. So you know the name of the place, right? It's Narnia. What's the name of the lion in this? What's the name of the lion?
Narnia.
Narnia is a place name, that I get it. What's the lion's name?
Aslan.
Arslan. Arsalan. Okay, all right. So I think some of you got it. It is Arsalan. And you know, if you go to Kolkata, there's this beautiful biryani that they sell. And I think I recommend everybody. But do you know the Arsalan as a name is a root word from Arabic? A lion in Arabic is Arsalan, Asad, you know, Saad, Hamza. All these are the names of lion in Arabic. So there you are. One of the name root word. Arsalan again is an Arabic root word for the next time you watch it. Quickly, the next picture, I want the name of the book. Most of you have not read it, but you've watched the movie, I'm sure. There's a boat, Life of, okay, so,
Tiger and is that
Life of Pi.
all right. Are you asking me or telling me? What do you think, Zia? Is the right answer?
Pi?
It is the Life of Pi, absolutely. All right, wonderful, wonderful. Tell me the
Then
name
why
of the...
there's a boat? There should be a tiger and meat. Then why you put that boat?
The boat, because they were in a boat, right? They were in a boat, isn't it? That boy in the boat. What's the name of the tiger, by the way? In Life of Pi. This is it, right? This was the name of this was. Tell me all the animals that were in the boat in the beginning. Quickly. How many animals were there?
Hyena, zebra, and a boy.
Okay, I get. So there. What was the breed of the monkey there? What was the name of the monkey breed? Orangutan. Okay. All right. And what's the name of the tiger? Very quickly. Life of Pi. I want the name of the tiger. Come on. He's a famous tiger, by the way. India's national animal is a tiger.
Bengal tiger. That's
Royal
the
Bengal. He was a Royal Bengal tiger, by the way. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Bengal tiger.
No,
It's
no.
like there's blood in the boat.
There's a blood because the hyena killed the zebra. If you know the story. All right, I'll let you Google and tell me the name of the tiger in the WhatsApp group. I'll not tell you, not all answers to be told, right? Okay, so I don't think, I think my answer might come up. I'll not tell you the answer right now. I hope so. Okay, fine. We'll quickly do two more questions. I'll move to, oh, you almost saw the answer there. I hope I ran it quicker
I
enough.
know what it is. I know what
Me
it is.
too.
Richard Parker. Richard Parker. Okay, Richard Parker.
Chocolate ball. Chocolate
No,
ball.
I want the name of a
Charlie and
storybook.
Charlie and the
Charlie
chocolate
and the chocolate
Charlie and the
Factory.
chocolate factory.
Okay, the author.
Saw this
The
movie.
author, Roald Dahl, is supposed to be, he's called the Shakespeare of children literature because Ziasa spoke so much about books. One of the books I recommend you should read are Roald Dahl books. Anyone can tell me some?
I
at least
already-
two more?
Sir,
Okay,
I
go.
watched.
Ma'am, sir, Matilda.
Sir, I read the book and watched the movie.
Matilda.
Wow, that's better. Tell me two more books.
Sir, I
Two more books by
watched
Roald
that
Dahl.
movie.
Matilda.
I already watched it.
Matilda.
Matilda.
Okay. Then one more.
Sir, I already watched this movie.
I heard you. I heard you. Thank you. All
A
right.
boy.
I'm sorry, sir. I've already got them excited. You'll have to calm them down now.
A boy.
Okay.
I already
All right.
watched that movie.
This is Willy Wonka, and there's
Willy
so
Willy
many
Wonka.
books. There's a BFG where, you know, the Indian version, Amitabh Bachchan has a voiceover. There's the Twitch. There's Enormous Crocodile. There's Witches. The Giant Peach and James.
The
There's so
boy.
many. Okay, last
The
one.
bee.
Tell me one name that you can connect with all these three pictures.
The Spider-Man, the Peter Pan, and
Sir, the last one is Horrid Henry.
Horrid
Last
Henry. Okay.
Henry.
So tell
First one
me
is
one
Spider-Man.
word you can think of.
And second one is I forgot his name.
superheroes.
Not superheroes.
Ma'am,
Okay.
the third one is Horrid Henry's brother.
Okay.
Main
He's a character from Horrid Henry. He is not Horrid Henry, right? Tell me what's one word that connects all the three. It's all of Alma
Um,
says it's non-fiction. No, not really. All of them
Ganesh,
actually fiction.
Peter. Spider-Man.
Somebody said a word.
Sarah.
What words? You said a name. Who said a word?
Peter. Peter.
Peter, and that's the word I was looking for. Who said it? Can you tell me a name, please? What's Peter for?
Peter Pan. Peter
Okay, so there is all right.
Hero in Wonderland.
Okay, so this is perfect,
Yeah,
Peter.
all of
This is
their names
Peter
is
Pan, and his
Peter.
name is absolutely, you got it right.
Peter
So they all
Parker,
Peter.
Peter Pan.
Yes,
Peter Pan.
wonderful. See, this is what I believe when you're learning life skills. You're not, you're
Their,
not googling an answer.
their
You're
real name
thinking.
is even
And
Peter.
on that note, I have a lovely question after this also, but I'm not going to ask you. That I'm going to leave it for the end, and I'll over to Ziasa, who said something so beautiful about all of these together. So over to you, and sorry for the interruption. I hope just create a little noise in the group now.
Oh,
Sir,
no.
sir,
I'm used to, I have so many
Sir,
kids.
sir, we can't hear
On the
you.
train.
I cannot
Okay, am I
So,
hear.
audible to you?
Now,
Sir,
sir,
yes.
I
it's
can
back to
hear
Zia.
you all.
Okay,
noise.
everybody mute yourself and
Am I
only let
audible?
Ziasa
Yes,
speak.
please.
So a little louder is
Okay.
better. That's all.
Okay, am I
Yeah.
audible? Am I audible now?
So,
Yes.
yeah,
Can you hear?
just a
Okay,
little
perfect.
louder we can hear you.
Perfect. Is it good?
Yes.
Loud?
Good enough,
Yeah.
sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
perfect. All right,
Yeah.
thank you. In fact, Dawood, I really enjoyed the little session, the quiz session, and it's no inconvenience, and I loved it, to be honest. And what I liked about it is that everybody participated. That's a great sign because there are so many kids who are a little timid. What we have seen over the years, and this is good. Nowadays, the new generation is pretty much confident about moving ahead. So that's really
Yes.
nice. So thank you for that. So let's quickly without wasting more time. We should focus on what we were talking about, preparation skills. So I was talking about APJ Abdul Kalam and his possessions. You'll be surprised to know when he got retired, he had only three shirts, two pants, two suits, and 2,500 books in his possession. So I'm talking about somebody who has read 2,500 books in his lifetime. Can we perhaps, inshallah, go to that mark in our life? We may, we need to keep preparing ourselves that, you read a book every single day. Another quick fact that since you guys are, pretty young right now, successful people, they typically on an average read 2 to 3 books in a month. Okay. So if you really want to be successful in your life, start reading. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about, being prepared for yourself, is, see, life is not easy. It's not going to be easy. Life will throw a lot of punches at you. Some days would be nice, some days would be bad, some days would be really worst. Eh, Life will knock you down. Believe me, every day is not a Sunday. Life will knock you down. But how strong do you, come back? How prepared are you to face your your situations is what makes you strong and successful. So embrace failures. One fine day you might really get good marks in your exams, one fine day you might fail. But if you fail, do not tell yourself that that your life is not good, it's useless. No, it's nothing like that. An ant, when it wants to climb on the top of the wall, it falls down multiple times. So remember that. There's a small little plant in my garden. Okay, I'll tell you a good example. And it keeps growing. Okay, and it's a, like 2 or 3 feet high, not a big. So it's a shrub rather. Okay, so every time when it blooms, a goat comes into my garden and eats up all the leaves. All of a sudden, the blossom plant is really in a bad shape. But when I look at the plant again, after 8-10 days, new leaves come into it. New leaves starts growing. What is this? This is the determination of the plant. No matter what happens. Now, what we learn from this plant, this little plant, is that never give up. Never give up. You will fail in your life. But if a plant can grow again, why can't you? So believe in yourself. Believe in yourself that you are really, really good. You're so strong. You read so many books. You're so good in your studies. So believe in yourself that in some fine day you would be really, really successful. So that is one thing. Another quick life skills that is little beyond the topic today, but perhaps that would really help you on the in your day-to-day life. Now, believe me, kids, believe me, bacha log, that your parents love you unconditionally. They love you unconditionally for whatever you are. It is not like they do not love you. But there will be situations in your life where your mother will scold at you, your father will scream at you. But when whatever parents do, they do only for good. They want your well-being out of it. So respect that, because your parents are not your enemies, they're your best friends, and they want you to improve. And that may be a reason they may scold you, they may scream at you. So how do you react to that is important. If you are intelligent enough to understand their situation and learn out of it, that means you're the best kids. Massive good tarbiyat. But if you at time you say, my parents are not good, they always you know keep selling telling so many things, then we need to change on that. So that is a little life skill. Whenever you somebody may have grandparents in their houses, you know sit with your grandparents, talk to them. They love it. That is the only requirement they have. Nowadays we are so used to cell phone and technology that we prefer and we like to spend much time online. And bichara grandparents, if they are at home, they really want you to go and play with them, spend some time. If your grandparents, help your grandparents. If your grandparent is walking on the road, they have any bags in their hands, go and take those bags from their hand, and you carry the bags. See, the life is so good out of it. So with that thought, I think we are good. 35 odd minutes. Over to you, sir. Does anybody has any question? Let me quickly go to the chat. Yes.
No, sir.
Every
All
day
right.
is a bad day for me. Sarah, would you like to talk
Sometimes,
about it?
sometimes if there's a sister in the parents, instead of loving their older brother, they love the younger sister. This caused them to power the younger sister. This caused them, the brother, to know why the younger sister are more good things than for him. His parents will always call him, but his sister, they will not. That's why they have a plan. They will not support their parents until they will realize that how important that they cannot attack before too.
Yes, and that is a
That's
good situation that you brought it up, Sarah. And that's so common. So
Not
common.
Sarah and Fadil. Oh,
Oh, Fadil.
Sorry,
Yes,
you're
yes. We heard you, Fadil. I'm sorry.
oh oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me just go back and see. Okay,
Sarah
so
wants to
that
say
is a good
something now, sir.
situation. Okay, Sarah. Okay, let me come back.
Sir, sir, in my class, in my school, I had a chapter. It was about Dr. Kalam's story when he was a
Hmm.
kid and how he wanted
Hmm.
to be whatever that profession was that he wanted to be. So when he was small in his grade 5, he had a great teacher. His teacher was like so great. He never gave up on him. Like one day he was teaching how the plane flies, how it happens. He did like 25 minutes of telling them how to do, telling them how to understand it. But then
Hmm.
all the students didn't understand it. So the next day, what he did was he took them on a field trip to the beach, and then they saw some seagulls. Okay, and then the seagulls,
Hmm.
he showed them how they were flying.
Hmm.
And after that, Dr. Kalam only writes this whole thing, and he says that's how I got an idea of making myself, learning about how to fly.
Hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's how he
Okay.
became a pilot, I think.
So I see a
Absolutely. So
lot and lots of
that's some
stories.
kind of inspiration. There are so many stories of inspiration around. And look at nature, right? I mean, you look at nature, there are so many things that you can learn and get inspired from. So keep doing that, Sarah. Good thing. Over to you, sir.
Thank
You
you
saying
so
something
much,
else?
Siasa. I think it's so beautiful. I think you already ignited the idea of what Dr. Kalam brings in student. So let me tell you one beautiful incident, one anecdote from one of his book of Dr. Kalam, and he's been inspiration
Yes.
for a lot of us here. So whenever anybody would go to Rashtrapati Bhavan, which is the president's house in India, right? Dr.
Mhm.
Kalam would always say, "Come, I will introduce you to my friend Arjun." And people were like, okay, where is Arjun? And say,
Wow.
Arjun is very big. Arjun is very old. Arjun has been here since ages. And he
Okay.
would go and people would be amazed at how beautiful and how gigantic Arjun is. Do you know who is Arjun? Who am I talking
Wow.
about? No?
No.
No, sir.
No, I no guesses.
Sir.
Okay. All right. So Dr. Kalam would take all the guests in the backyard where, Rashtrapati Bhavan has beautiful lawns out there. And he would say,
Mm.
meet my friend Arjun. He's a 200 years old banyan tree. And he would say,
Oh,
Arjun
mashallah.
has been giving and giving and giving, right? So the beauty of it is Dr.
Yeah.
Kalam even named the tree. And it is said that he would know everybody who would clean and his drivers and people by their first names. This is the beauty of a person, isn't it?
Yes.
The real value of a person is how they treat others. And today, I think what you learned is exactly for
Absolutely.
you to grow is your respect. Sir started talking about importance of time management. He spoke about the importance of reading, and then he mentioned about connecting with your grandparents. You respect others, and the world comes back and gives back to you. So, on that note, everybody, I think you enjoy Zia Sir's session. Can you go give me a thumbs up? What all you like about Sir's session? Come on. All right, you have an emoticon. Come on.
I like
You all have to
this.
take. Oh, there you are, Fadil. Sarah, I like that. I want emoticons from you. Come on. Thank you for Haya, Aisha. Come on, give me some of the emoticons also. And let's have a quick group selfie with everybody. So we can give everybody put your cameras on so I can have one big photo with Sir. Isn't it wonderful? Can we do that?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All
I would
right.
love
Come on,
that.
everybody.
I would love
Okay.
that.
Fine. Okay. Sarah says, why, Sarah? Why no? Anyway, I'll take whoever are there and willing, and that would be enough for me. And what I'm going to do is,
Okay.
of course, as we always do, we're going to have a small assignment coming your way. So, Zia sir, do you want to give them any assignment they would like to give on the chat boxes they send me usually? On
Sir.
Dr. Kalam, maybe? Yeah.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes. I want them
Qamar.
to.
Sir.
I want them to.
Fadil,
Tomorrow
1 minute.
Yes.
Fadil, okay. So we'll allow Fadil to ask the question before we go ahead.
Fadil.
Yes,
Yes.
Fadil.
Yes, please, Fadil. Yes.
I'll make a thing. You see, I'll draw C into a CD.
Okay.
Okay, I'll send it in home night tomorrow night today.
Okay, Fadil,
I
you can
seen
go ahead.
Okay, I seen children putting J into umbrella like that. So this
Yes,
is
that was last week. Fine, Fadil. Please send it, inshallah, whenever you're free. And let's get an assignment from Zia sir before we end the session. Sir, please go ahead.
I'll also do that because
Yes.
Fine,
I
Sarah.
did 7
Okay.
into a dragon.
All right. Okay, I heard all of you. So please go ahead, sir. Any assignment you have in mind or you want me to
Okay.
give?
Thank you. Any random assignment we could do is that I would love every child to go and talk to the parents and learn something new that they haven't learned so far. Anything about life, anything, maybe any situation that they would like to discuss. If they could write it down and send it to you, that would be a
Okay.
great help.
Right. So can we narrow it down? These young kids, can I narrow it down with regards to Dr. Kalam itself? That you
Yes.
just touched upon such a lovely thread. You see, Dr. Kalam has written many books. I would just want you all to do is what Sir said. Just find out what name of one book of Dr. Kalam and mention the book. That's all. And hopefully they'll encourage you to
Wings
read
of Fire.
afterwards. Wings of Fire is mine. All right. So
Wings
that's
of
a deal,
Fire.
right? Wings of Fire belongs to me.
I
You
have a
cannot write
book about
anything.
him, but I don't really.
So you can Amazon it, you can Google search it and put it in the
You
group.
can,
Wings of
yes,
Fire is already
yes.
taken by the trainers. Zia sir has already taken Wings of Fire. He has co-authored many books, right? There's Surjan Pai, he's a good friend of mine. He has co-authored some books together. Write down and just give me one name there. All right. So I fulfill my promise of a quiz. We will hopefully wait for your answers in the group. Thank you so much, Zia sir. I think it was wonderful
My
to
pleasure.
hear from you, sir.
Target
Thank you
3
so
billion.
much. I really,
Ibrahim,
I really
yes.
appreciate the time. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love the session. And sir, if you could, share that photograph of a group selfie, if possible.
I will do that, sir. Both the recording and the photograph, I'll send it across to you. Absolutely, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
All right. Thank
everybody.
you so much. Really appreciate. Thank you, Bachalog, and
Bye,
have a nice
sir.
day ahead.
Bye-bye. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Sir, sorry, I'm